So a few recognitions. Thank you, Joyce, for joining and for sending these last few recognitions. I don't know if you'd like anything to say, Joyce, as the recognition committee chair.
No, you can go ahead. I just sent you because I know how organized you are.
Okay, thank you. So that's your first photo. Claire, did you make it?
Did make it.
Yay. You're celebrating a graduation.
Yeah, this is our daughter's graduation from UC Santa Barbara. She got her degree in environmental studies with an emphasis in hydrology and a minor in earth sciences. And she had a job with the U.S. Department of Forestry and was going to be out in the field testing water and whatnot, which she was excited about. It was just a summer job, and that went away with the pandemic. And now she's took a different path, and she's going to be working for her professor, who's a graduate professor on the Montecito debris flows. So she does have a job, so we're happy about that. And she's looking at probably graduate school the following year, but definitely COVID and the pandemic changed a lot of directions for people, and sometimes it works out for the best. But we had a great time celebrating with her. It's beautiful down there.
Yeah, I lived in Santa Barbara for a few years. That's a beautiful picture. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Howard, you have some new additions to your family? Here, if I can help you out here. Oh, I can't unmute you, Howard. You got to unmute yourself. Spacebar.
We have a project going, Rebecca and me, to share our land with community members. And so we have a family that's using half of our pasture for their sheep. And they currently have 3 on our property, and they brought along a calf too. So we have a little cow as well. We've also got another family that's put in a garden, and we're negotiating with a 3rd family to put in a greenhouse, and a greenhouse for vegetables, not for cannabis. And we had a tragedy with the sheep a while ago that one of them had a little lamb, and a mountain lion came in and killed it. And so the sheep were away for a while, but now we think the sheep are big enough, and hopefully the mountain lion won't come back. So that's the news from our Stauffer farm.
Thank you, Howard, for sharing.
You're welcome.
Terri, you've been busy. This is probably a number of pandemic quilts.
I think I've made 8 quarantine quilts, and this one is for my friend Janet. I made it because she likes orange, and I thought there was enough contrast she might be able to catch a glimpse of it because her eyesight's so poor. And it's been fun. I have a huge fabric stash, and I've been organizing and going through it and sending some of it on its way. But we can't travel much, so I'm at my sewing machine, which is my happy spot, and Marty calls it my sweatshop, but it's only me in here with the cats.
Thanks, Terri. I am a little surprised over the years that I've been in the club that one of these quilts haven't made it to a Final Friday auction.
Well, you know, there's a new year coming up. That could happen.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
And Dustin, are you out there? Let's see. I'm not seeing him. He apparently joined a surfer Rotary club or I don't know what you'd call it, but this was his most recent Zoom meeting, but I will have to catch him next time to tell us more about it. So a couple things on the calendar. So today, Juneteenth, there's a celebration, virtual celebration, starting at noon, and it goes through the rest of the day. And so I found this link on Facebook, but there is a Zoom ID that you would be able to type in and join them and look for the opportunity to listen and hear what's going on out there. So, from last week's meeting, Mike was so kind to put together and compile a list of books. So at the very least, I can send these lists of links or take a quick screenshot so that you can go to these various websites and see what books are out there to help learn more about history. Mike, you have something to share? What is that? My screen is too small.
Being a historian, I don't throw books away. When I pick up books, I hang on to them. And this particular book right here is so old, it has a word that nobody uses anymore in its title. You know, eyewitnesses, Negroes in the history. You know, so I have a lot of sources, and I could recommend a lot of other sources. I tried to put this.
You went back on mute. I'm sorry, Mike.
I tried to put this list together and listed the Pulitzer Prize winning books first, which are all really good reads. And if anybody has any questions, send me an email.
Thank you, Mike. Looks like Dustin was able to join us. So let me take a step back here. So Dustin, you want to tell us about this most recent Zoom meeting?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool. So this was a Zoom meeting in Gainesville, Florida. I recently joined a Rotary Fellowship called Surfers Unite, founded by the guy there with the surfboard, Brett Morey, from down in San Diego. And anyway, he organizes paddle outs and raises money for all kinds of different foundations and stuff through the fellowship, and puts on all kinds of surf events. And it was a cool experience, and it's the first fellowship I've joined through Rotary, and it's going to be pretty cool. So that was a fun thing to be a part of.
Yes. When I went to Pets, I remember there being a beer brewing fellowship club. So I know there are a variety of these across our footprint that I think, helps expand the network and gives you more connections. And then maybe if you do a little traveling, you can do some surfing with some fellow Rotarians.
Oh, absolutely.
Maggie, did you see anything like that at Pets? You're on mute.
No, I didn't, but I know that there's, when I was at the international convention, I saw a lot of different fellowships that you could join, and there's also action groups. I'm looking at joining an action group in July around clubfoot treatment. So there's probably something for every interest out there. Just for people, there's all kinds of things. I really encourage people to look into those and join one that looks fun to them.
Yes. Different ways to engage Rotary. And then again, Oyster Fest is tomorrow. They have this fun t-shirt for sale, a variety of packages. Thank you, Romy and Jessica and Stephanie and Sophie and Lisa for volunteering. It's a pretty straightforward process. Stephanie, I saw you out there. Jessica, you had a chance to do it yesterday. Romy, any thoughts? I had a lot of fun. It was sunny.
It was. I don't know if Siva's with us this morning, but I just got to do a big shout out to Siva. She is just keeping Oyster Fest alive, and it is a celebration of our oyster farmers, of our local breweries and wineries and cider places, and she's just keeping the spirit and the energy. And so you can actually go and just buy things a la carte, but there's T-shirts and mugs, the Steins. Oysters, and then all kinds of the local beers featuring everyone who's been so generous in contributing. Like going online is going to be super fun. It's just so cute what she's put together. But all day there's going to be live web streaming of some of the local chefs as they're cooking up oysters, like a little cooking show. There's going to be activities for the kids. It's really cute. Music and activities and great energy. You don't have to get an entire package. You could just grab some oysters and a shirt, a Stein, whatever you want to drink, and then tune in. Absolutely tune in. The inclusivity and Siva's ideas to just keep it going, to celebrate Arcata Bay, to celebrate the oysters, but really to celebrate our local restaurants that are going to be cooking up some great stuff. And so be part of it. It's really beautiful that the idea is so inclusive. Siva even wants to have things going on in different towns. She's going to keep this component of an online version, even have an area that's going to be substance free, super kid friendly, accommodating everyone. So such a shout out. Everyone in our club who Siva, and she pours her heart and her love into it. And she's keeping this alive in the most beautiful way. So come on by the Tri-Counties Bank from 10 to 6 and pick something up, and then tune in for sure on Saturday and be part of this great energy.
The one thing that I'll say is that there's been so many people that are interested in having their own little oyster fests in their backyards or whatever, is that apparently it might be hard to come by oysters, because I know that there was a little bit of a concern last night. She needed to make sure that she had enough for all of the pre-orders. They're hoping to run out of everything. They really don't want to have stuff left over, but there will be flash sales announced through the day through either their Facebook or their Instagram page. But if you're looking to buy oysters, I would say do it earlier as opposed to later, because I think at that 5 or 6 o'clock hour, unless you've ordered a package online or ordered your oysters online, we're definitely hoping that they'll sell out, because there's a limit as to what they've been able to get even from the farmers in terms of being able to turn around and resell. So yeah.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Romy. 110% agree. Siva's definitely. Go ahead, Steph.
I was just gonna say, there's also really great merch that you could buy if you're not into oysters. There's 3 different T-shirts. One that's set up just for the virtual. It's got a cute little cartoon of what's going on this year. The old school logo, which I have, and then a Just Shuck It, I think, T-shirt. And it's their 30th anniversary. So it's a good commemorative T-shirt to swing by. They got lots of those.
Yes. Thank you, you guys. Yes, Siva's definitely poured her heart into it. You could tell how excited she is and how creative she's gotten. And come support local businesses and have a good time this weekend. There are a few signups left. So there's a morning shift and then 2 afternoon shifts. So sign up Genius is still up there. Sift through your email, or if you'd like a fresh invite, let me know and I'll get it out. But come check it out. And it's a beautiful day. You're out in the sun, so come enjoy it. So Rotary Convention is also this weekend. If you have not registered, register and check it out. Some really great breakout rooms. I was taking a look, and a great way to learn more about Rotary International, the top topics of Rotary that every club experiences when it comes to membership and brand. And I don't know if, let's see, Dustin, do you still have a breakout room during the event?
No, I don't have a breakout room during the event. It was gonna be separate from that, but that
Okay.
became a little too complicated with little time. So, but I'll be at the convention somewhere online.
Yeah, biggest benefits. You don't have to go anywhere. Hawaii would have been fun. I think I'm looking forward to Taiwan if that still happens next year. But right here in your home, you can enjoy a little bit of Rotary at your convenience. So check it out. So yes, some other continue howling. I don't necessarily howl every day, but I do find moments where I feel like I feel the spirit and I want to go outside and howl with my fellow howlers. Here's a little recognition from Andreas. And I don't see that he's out there joining us, or he's joined us. So save that for another time. But that was fun. I'm sure a lot of communities have fellow canine joining them in. Let's see here. I can't advance in my slideshow.